Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga.
And I'm Todd Puckett.
And this is Don's Used Photo Equipment. Right here in front of, say it with us, the Great Wall of Film. Don't make me say it by myself. It's not my Great Wall of Film, it's your Great Wall of Film.
It's the community's Great Wall of Film.
It's everybody's Great Wall of Film.
It's everyone's Great.
All right, since you used the community word.
Yeah, the C word.
You used the C word. You used the community word. We're going to jump into it. So I heard you had a little bit more to this, and that's why I'm bringing it up. That the Marfa Film Store.
Marfa Film Shop.
In Marfa, Texas.
In Marfa, Texas.
Which is close to the Marfa Prada, which everybody's taking a picture of.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right next door, but it's in the area.
In the area. It's near the lights, the Marfa lights.
Right.
All right, and where the movie Giant was filmed.
Okay. So Marfa Film Store is closing.
Yes.
Now the owner, who I don't know,
Sarah.
Sarah, you know Sarah. Okay. She's
been in here once.
She said before for personal and family reasons, all that kind of great stuff. It's like, and so we wish them very well. We hope their family is well. I understand that it's possibly an ailing relative, things like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much hope we can give it, but it's certainly sad when we lose a member of the film community.
Oh yeah.
However, you said we're not necessarily losing them.
Maybe not. Now I've heard rumors, and again, these are rumors. And
I love rumors.
We love spreading rumors.
I love rumors. Go Fuji.
Go Fuji. I don't think that's a rumor, though. I think that's kind of true.
I'm keeping that one alive.
Yeah. But moving to Denton.
Denton, Texas?
Denton, Texas.
That is so much closer. I don't have to drive to Marfa now.
I would love to go to Marfa someday. Now I got no reason to go to Marfa.
You should have. You were supposed to object to the fact that I would go up to Denton and get filmed.
No. I know you wouldn't do that.
I'm too lazy for that.
It's too late. See, I knew the truth on that one already. But I have heard maybe, like, again, rumors.
Through the grapevine.
Through grapevines that maybe opening up a store there. Don't know.
That would be exciting. Denton is a very good place, and it's
Denton's
it's a college
right now.
college community.
Yeah.
Probably could use some more photography stores, whether it's film or not film.
Yeah,
but I think
also,
there's opportunity.
Maybe doing a photo lab up there. We don't know. Then again,
Ooh, that would be exciting. Is there? Yeah, that would be cool. Exciting.
Yeah, because we right now in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I'm not including Denton in this because it's 30-minute gap.
It's 30 minutes from Dallas to Fort Worth to Denton. They used to be called the Golden Triangle, right?
True.
Yeah.
Now what is it?
But of course, because no one ever really considered Denton a major to go to city.
Maybe it's Frisco now.
Yeah, really, where the cowboys are.
It's and they can stay there. Oh Lord. But in this area, in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, right now there are, I think, 10.
What is a Metroplex? Is it like a metropolis?
Yes, but it's less fancy.
But no superhero.
No. Some self-important superheroes.
All right.
No real ones. So but anyway, I believe there's 9 or 10. There's 10, I think, photo labs and pickup points.
We are lousy with photo labs right now, and we would love another one.
Yeah. And up in Denton, there's Denton Camera and
Denton Camera Exchange. Right.
Are there 2 Denton cameras?
No.
Okay.
No. But that is the name, Denton Camera Exchange.
Okay. I was getting lazy there, instead of dropping the G's, I'm dropping the whole.
You're dropping the whole last name.
So got that going.
It's
on.
Mr., not Mr. Holga.
It's Mr. Holga. And so maybe they'll have another photo lab up in that area. We'll see. It'll be interesting. And I'm just, in all honesty, let's just tease it because it's fun. I mean, what else have we got to tease about around here?
Right. Now,
there may be another lab opening up. We don't know.
Now, I'm not going to mention which one, but you were mentioning that a local lab is booming right now and can't keep up. So it's like, that's a great position to be in. That means you're getting tons of film and it's hard to keep up and business is great. And that only tells me that there's probably room for more labs if that much film is.
There's definitely room for more growth. But also, in order to help get the film flowing into the local labs, there needs to be probably a few more places selling film too. So we can always, and again, I understand it's going to be competition with me, but I think eventually that the analog community can handle it because I think the analog community is going to be growing. And that's the whole point of that, is that to build the analog community, not go in there and just start going after other people's customers. Just kind of, if you get enough people, new people in, and how many new people came in today?
Right.
That had maybe shot 10 years ago and that are looking into it. Had somebody come in and said I think they'd shot film 10 years ago, and they're getting back into it now, which is a returning customer. So new customers, returning customers in the film. There's just an increase in the analog community, number of people. And the community is the DFW area, and to an extent extended on beyond up to places like Denton, because there's so much interacting between Dallas, Denton, and Fort Worth. And maybe, hopefully, someday things up in Allen and McKinney. And,
well, yeah, we have some really big, we have some really big outlying cities that make up the whole DFW area. Yeah. Denton is one of them. McKinney, Plano, Frisco.
There's plenty.
Obviously, outside of Fort Worth, is it Keller, and there's South Lake.
South Lake.
There, and of course down where I'm at Waxahachie right now. I mean, there are just some really big places that
have nothing.
They absolutely, you know, they have to come in to either Dallas or Fort Worth to get some of this stuff, and so it really wouldn't hurt to have
a few more places.
A photo lab there, a place to buy film there, different things like that. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Holga and I and my third place daughter, we were out in downtown Waxahachie today, and there is a lovely little corner shop vacant. It's like, well, that'd be a great place for a shop. You know, I'm not saying it's a film shop, but it's
how much is it? How many square feet?
I know, right?
Maybe. Who knows?
But it looked really nice, and it's like it's a prime location. I'm thinking the rent is probably cheaper, and the parking is easy, and you know that's the important part, right?
Yeah. Man, it would.
And when Waxahachie could be a hipster place, you just don't know.
Oh yeah.
I hate to. I'm sorry. I apologize to Ariel. I do not mean that film photography is hipster at all. I've never been. But but downtown places like that are very hipster.
Oh, in McKinney. I mean, you go to McKinney on any Friday or Saturday or Sunday, you're going to see somebody in the area taking photos of other people and most likely shooting film.
Right.
I mean, it's huge, and there was a lab up there, and that closed, unfortunately, not due to lack of business, but just simply for other reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just so much opportunity. Now, whenever I say analog community, I mean local analog community. I don't mean like, yes, I'm working on building an analog community, but I send my stuff out to California to get it processed, or I send it out to New York to get it processed. Mm-hmm. That's not the analog community.
That's mail order.
That's mail order.
And then you're on your own.
It's like, it's not helping the community at all.
I mean, you can actually go on a film photography photo walk. You can meet other film photographers.
Yes.
There are, as a matter of fact, you have the camera show here November 11th.
11th and 12th.
11th and 12th.
Not here, in Fort Worth.
It's over in Fort Worth. And that is going to be, that's also going to be used equipment, which oftentimes is film equipment, right?
Equipment, yeah.
And, you know, you don't get these types of shows everywhere. You get them in very few places.
Yeah, anymore. But on that same day, you were telling me that there's a photo walk going on.
Well, no, there's Pistons and Paint. And
that's not a photo walk?
Well, it could be. I mean, you
walk from car to car.
Yeah, well, somebody like Fort Worth Photo Club.
Photo Club, yeah, one of them.
It's not Camera Club. I think it's Photo Club. They'll probably go to Pistons and Paint.
Well, so there is I thought I saw an ad for it already.
Yeah, so you know, it's
there's a photo walk going on that day.
You pick an event like that, it's a great time to go shoot film with other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a community.
That's a community thing. And then whenever you get different groups together and they combine to do an event, that's a community.
Right.
You know, that not like me taking things in. Okay, yes, I'm guilty. I send some of my cameras off to get repaired on the East Coast. That's not helping.
Well, you don't have somebody here who's doing it for you. But there are other stores that do have repair people.
Yeah, there's Clearview Camera and Video that does digital, and digital repair, and I sent a customer up there, and they just simply made a great comment on my site saying, "We thank you very much for sending me there."
Did they put you a great comment on Yelp?
I don't know. I don't read them.
I'll put that video above his head.
Yeah, that was fun. I got like 200 comments now on Yelp and Google, and I've replied to Zero of them.
Zero of them.
Thank you for all the great comments, and thank you for all the bad ones, because they're fun to read.
Well,
online.
so guys, I didn't mean to sidetrack us that much.
Yeah.
Film photography community.
The film community is helping the local film community, not helping my in-store customer community. That's
This one store is not a community.
No,
it's other services, it's other stores, it's other people getting together. That's a community.
Whenever I have a list on my, I'm sorry, man, I just felt Italian today.
Wow, look at that.
Christopher, is it Columbus Day?
Here, let me put some film Ferragni in your
hands.
Yeah.
That's why it's close proximity to the film Ferragni. It's whenever I work with other groups, I have a list of all the photo labs in the DFW area on my Facebook page.
On your Facebook page?
Yeah. I got social media.
Your social? When did this happen?
At least on my media.
But you were a loner.
I am a jerk. But the thing, I have a list of all of the photo labs on that, because it doesn't matter whether you like them or not. It's a list that you can choose to find the group that you like,
right,
and that you get along with. You know, and one of these days I'll probably have a list of like all the camera stores, because there's not very many.
Yeah.
I send people to. There isn't a camera store in the area I haven't sent someone to. Because it's just.
He even sends them to the ones he doesn't like.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it.
Yeah.
And I know which ones they are.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I've been here long enough.
But the thing of it is that I send people to everywhere. Now, if I picked on one store and tried to drive them out of business, that's not an analog community.
No.
That's not
no fun.
Because there may be other people out there who don't connect with me and don't deal anything with me, but who get along great with them. And if that store goes out, then they're going to have to go find somebody else to like.
Right.
So the deal is I promote all the camera stores, I promote all the photo labs, and by promote, I mean list them or tell people about them if they ask, to let the customer decide who they want to go to.
Right.
My job is to sell film and try to win customers over. And
with your sparkling personality.
Yep.
All right.
So anyway, I'm sorry. I could talk.
We weren't meaning to go down the analog community rabbit hole. Actually, today's episode we are discussing news, and we have some film photography news. And one of the things that I would think that this kind of segues towards.
Yeah.
Is this one.
Film photography.
Film photography. So now I have 3 articles here. They're all from Petapixel, but Petapixel was not the only person to actually report on them. It's just the ones that I
We just love picking on Petapixel.
We love Petapixel. They're very nice. From Petapixel, 20 megapixel sensor in a film canister reinvigorates vintage analog cameras. It's I think it's called I'm Back Film, and it's going to have either has a Kickstarter or is going to have a Kickstarter.
Can you buy it right now then?
No, it's a Kickstarter.
It's a Kickstarter.
Now this is one of those. Now you and I have an opinion on Kickstarters.
Kickstarters, yep.
And number one, I think this is the type of thing that deserves a Kickstarter because this isn't an established company.
This is definitely a gamble.
This is a gamble. It's a little less of a gamble because they actually made a 14 megapixel version of this, a little harder to use, and you actually had to remove the back of the camera.
Oh, okay.
So this version, obviously smaller, will fit in the camera and you don't have to remove the back.
But it's more megapixels.
And it's more megapixels. However, the one drawback that I have is that it's still a micro 4/3 sensor.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like if you're going to be shooting micro 4/3 in a full frame camera, because that's what all these 35s are, what's the point?
There isn't one.
I think that's the kicker for me. Now, first of all,
but this is the first step of, so eventually they're going to have the full frame.
Well, sure, they could gear it up again, the third version or something like that. But I think they're really missing the boat on this one because as you and I had a previous discussion, film photographers want to shoot film in their film cameras. They don't want to shoot digital in their film cameras. It's not that I really enjoy shooting this old clunky camera. It's that I enjoy shooting the film that it's using. Because there are other cameras like the Fuji cameras and Leica cameras and of course the Nikon FC camera that give that vintage feel and shoot beautiful digital. So if you wanted to do that, I would go with one of those types of cameras instead of trying to make backwards compatible
degrade a film camera.
A film camera when in fact I could just shoot film in it. I mean, because, then they'll say, hey, if you want to get that film look and feel, shoot in a film camera. It's like,
Yeah.
Sony cameras, for example, have mounts so that you can put older lenses on Sony cameras.
Yes.
Now, if you want to shoot through ugly old glass, you can get that effect today right now.
Bite your tongue. It's not ugly. Well, the lens may be ugly, but the photos
well,
are
let's say
beautiful.
it's a lens with got some mold or mildew in it. It's been scratched up.
People actually look for things like that to create certain
maybe
texture.
it's a size that's not made anymore. Maybe it's the dream lens.
But the old film camera lenses are actually better than a lot of these new digital camera lenses, because in order to gather information and have it hit a strip of film, it has to be much better at gathering the light and gathering the information and details to put on film, because film is so it's covers a bunch of stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's deep, it's rich with information in it, and the lens has to accommodate it. That's why so many of those first generation digital lenses were all of a sudden quickly going to version 2, 3, and 4, because the first ones were just crap, because 7 megapixels, you really didn't need big, strong glass.
Right.
So they didn't make big, strong glass.
Yeah. So
it's all changed and keeps growing, and I think this will do that too.
I think.
Does it have a pricing in there?
No, you probably have to go on the Kickstarter to get that one. I would put this, no matter what the price is, I would put this as a hard no for me. I am not going to be Kickstartering this one. I'm not going to be jumping on the bandwagon here. I want to shoot film in my film camera.
Yeah.
It'd make my life simple.
It's not really revigorating the film camera thing. I don't think. I don't because I think people are. It's hard enough to get film
20
cameras.
megapixels Sony Micro Four Thirds. It's like, well, that doesn't do me any good. And of course, represents a second chance for old analog cameras. No, I give them a second chance. I give them the first chance. Every day I put a roll of film in them.
Yeah.
Smaller than full frame sensor. Yeah, that's what a Micro Four Thirds means. It's like, well, that doesn't help me. That's you're essentially giving me less picture.
Yeah, everything else is going full screen. Yeah.
And this is I love this line here. The company also thinks photography is experiencing a, quote, creativity crisis. And it's like,
no.
What?
No.
Well,
silly.
I know.
Goose.
I mean, the good part is, yes, you will be able to shoot RAW and JPEG, which I would assume nothing less from digital photography. But ultimately, this looks like it's going to be something complicated in what should be a not complicated internal type thing.
Yep.
All right, so enough on this. I'm going to say a no to that one, but you know what? My hat's off to them for their creativity to keep trying and to keep
improving. Doesn't mean we're
saying
you don't go buy it or kick
Oh,
into
absolutely.
it.
If you want to do it, go for it.
Go
if it's
for it.
something that you like to do, if you want to shoot your grandpa's or your dad's old camera, but yet you don't want to mess with film, this might be perfect for you. In which case, go for it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, now if you want to be picky about it, then you can get one of those old like I've got like a cheap screw mount camera body lens over there.
Yeah.
So put that in something like that. That's only worth $50. That would give that rigor.
Yeah, put it in a like a 1, 2, or 3. With the split focusing screens and all that kind of good stuff. Have that kind of fun with it.
Yeah. Well, no, it's screen. It's a still rangefinder.
Yeah, it's still rangefinder, but one eye was for focusing, one eye was for viewfinding. So
yes.
The really old stuff.
Yeah, now that would reinvigorate those.
Now, you came up with this one as well. This one was Lomography slashes prices on the quote-unquote endangered species 120 film. I didn't know they were endangered.
I didn't either, but maybe...
Maybe I haven't been noticing?
I honestly don't know, because I've been selling quite a bit of it. But, it may have stopped down a touch, but I've been selling a lot.
It's endangered, Todd.
Yeah,
endangered species.
I don't know. That may be high, but okay. For some, it may be endangered because the prices have gotten so dadgum high.
Well, Lomography is worried that 120 film will go extinct. Quotes, quote unquote. So let's not let that happen. So in order to make it more appealing. What they decided to do was knock down the price, which is always nice.
So I want them to continue that feeling of go extinct, because if that's what it takes to get them to drop their price, drop it. Now I used to sell Lomography up here, and in fact I've got Lomography here and here, both in 120, and you know what? Maybe it is because I haven't sold them. But I did have somebody look at one of this one right here, and I gave them the price, my old price.
Right.
And man, they snapped it right up because it was the old price. Maybe it's not the item that's going extinct, it's the pricing that's making it extinct. So they've dropped it, and we'll see what happens. But I am trying to talk and find out who I need to converse with Lomography and start bringing some of those things back. Now, where I'm going to put it on the wall, I don't know, but that's a problem to have.
Well, I expect 120 film to be more expensive than 35mm film. Obviously, one, you're getting fewer shots.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, obviously, is it's a bigger negative. Because a standard 6x6 is 5 times bigger than the standard 1.25, I believe. So, I mean, you know, we're talking 6x6 is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, so that's, you know, it's
12 shots.
No, I know how many shots, but you know, it's just so much more negative, and that's the whole purpose of medium format in the first place. I mean, medium format is the gateway to large format, and that price is way much higher. So,
but I have heard, you know, I've had a slowdown of large format sales, and I've talked to somebody, and they said, well, a bunch of people are selling their 4x5 stuff off.
So, I need to go buy it.
You know, that's interesting, and I don't know what exactly is going on in the 4x5, but it has seemed to slow down. But again, if it's slowing down at the top, does that mean it's slowing down and coming backwards? I don't know. That's something that I need to stop and think about.
Yes, let's think about that. Yeah.
So, notice anything different?
I noticed it when I walked in here. I said, you got all your haircut.
I
Every last bit of it. Looks like you even buzzed a little close to your face, too.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Mrs. Holga is actually wondering, she says, are you taking a running start at Movember? I said, okay, maybe.
Maybe.
Can we change the subject before she figures it out?
Too late, too late.
Too late,
so,
she saw it.
On this one, it's interesting because not only did they drop their price, man, they slashed it. It was like from 36 to 26 or 38 to 28.
Yeah.
It was like 30% off.
Yeah, you know, and of course, are you going to pick up any for
That's what I want to try to. And I am hoping that means that it's discounted on the wholesale
for the dealer,
price.
for the wholesalers as well, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what better way to get it out there? So maybe this was like the bat signal, a false alarm or something like that. It's like, help, we need help. Oh, we're really fine.
Yeah, create a false sense of anxiety.
We're good, we're fine, we're good, we're fine.
Yep. Come here. Good way.
So before we get to the last piece of news here, now you and I had discussed the fact that, yes, you're going to be over I think it's called the DFW Camera Show. I think that's but it's over in Fort Worth. I don't know why they say DFW when it's in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
They could help people out and just say Fort Worth Camera Show.
Yeah.
And what venue is it at?
Will Rogers.
The Will Rogers Coliseum, great. Yeah. And you're going to be over there for the 11th and the 12th.
Saturday and
Sunday. The store will be closed.
Saturday.
For a holiday. He's taking a holiday.
Yeah, it's Veterans Day.
He's actually taking his holiday and he's going to go work somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, okay, whenever we first opened the store, back when there were camera shows all over the U.S., my holidays, my days off would be traveling to and from a camera show on a weekend. So out of 52 weekends, I was working straight over like 30 of those weekends. I was going to that many camera shows, putting them on and or going to. Mm-hmm. And so out of the entire 365 days, technically I would have a few holidays off in about 20, 23 Sundays.
Yeah.
Boy, was I young and dumb.
You know what this is?
World's smallest violin.
You know what it's playing?
Yep.
My Heart Bleeds for You.
No. Yeah, I cry a black tear for every year. That's an Imelda May song.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, good times. Yeah, but I mean, it was fun because I loved driving. I mean, I'd get in the car in Dallas, drive up to Omaha, drive up to St. Louis, drive up, and back then I was sharing a ride, so a guy who would sell film would drive, and we'd rent a car and drive up and drive back in a day.
Okay.
So we'd drive out to LA in a day, did the show, spent one night, did the show, and then drive straight back.
Well,
anyway,
the reason I mentioned the DFW Camera Show, which is
Fort Worth Camera Show.
Fort Worth Camera Show. Is because that's on Saturday, November 11th, and Sunday, November 12th.
Veterans Day.
However, Saturday, November 4th,
yes,
you and I have pretty much decided would be a great time for
the Sidewalk sale.
A
The
sidewalk sale.
greatly anticipated, much anxiously awaited.
A sidewalk sale like no other sidewalk sale.
Well, I hope it is.
Ever.
Because
Ever.
I am having, okay, if I can I've got a couple people who've said they're going to come in and help.
I'm going to help him.
Yeah, but I mean prior to that, going through and getting stuff and pricing
I'm going to help you the weekend before that too.
Well, then, by golly, this may be the greatest thing in the world.
I already told you I was going to help you the weekend before.
I was trying to save something up for suspense and build
Oh,
later. Like,
I see. Actually, I take that back. I am no help at all.
Fill the beans like that, it just ruins it.
I'm only one person. He needs more than one person.
Yeah, and I've got another guy who's helping, and I've got a couple people that claim will be, but we'll see. But I hope to have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to price, like
stuff. He's going to have stuff.
I'm just going to have stuff. Because
he's going to have stuff coming out of the nooks and the crannies.
Yeah.
So the weekend before that happens, you and we're probably going to be filming that video that we don't talk about.
Yep. That would be great.
I think we're going to try and film it that weekend. And so you and I, as we're going through stuff, we're hopefully going to find those rare gems to just get them out there, or we're going to put stuff together and we're going to say, hey, brown bag special, $5 it's yours, something like that.
Bring cash. Cash is king.
Maybe not.
Cash
is always king.
Cash is king. I know a lot of people out there going, what's cash? There's my credit card. Is that cash? No.
I thought cash is clay.
It is.
Okay.
Cash is clay is my favorite.
Yeah.
Because he floated like a butterfly. He stung like a bee.
Mm-hmm.
Cash is clay.
We're this old, guys.
Yeah, that's it. But.
Oh, he's stuck now. He's stuck. No transition. Anyways, guys, sidewalk sale, Saturday, November 4th, all day long. So come by and see how it's going. Come find something you just don't need but you can't live without.
Yeah, hopefully it's so priced that that will happen.
This. So I'm gonna end this with a couple of things here, unless of course you have something else, which I don't know that you do.
Oh God!
Wait a second. You do have something else. You do have something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
Pentax.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pentax.
Man, this past week, okay, there has been so many things like hit that I've read in the computer, that I've talked to about people. There's been so much stuff flying around. One thing I have heard, I've heard several things. Pentax is coming out with 2 cameras in spring.
That was the report, and we had a video of that.
2 cameras later on.
I'm going to put that link above his head.
Now, I have heard from someone that says that it's been confirmed that Pentax is coming out with 1 camera.
Ooh, that's like a 50% decrease.
No, it's a 75%.
Well, from the 2 in spring,
it's
50%. But otherwise, it's a 25% decrease from the total of 4.
From the total of 4.
Yeah.
So I've heard a bunch of stuff. But I have heard someone that says they can confirm it, that there is 1 camera coming out. And I'm going, wow. Okay. That's now, then we have Harman Photo.
Harman. I've heard that Harman. That name sounds familiar.
But here's the deal. Don't talk over, because this is interesting. Now, Harman Photo is coming soon with something. How soon that is, don't have a clue.
No.
Don't have an idea. But the only 3 names I know is Ilford Photo, and Harman Technologies.
Okay. But you never heard of Harman Photo?
Harman Photo is a new thing.
Okay.
It's new. I mean, it's only recently.
Because Harman owns Ilford and Kentmere, right?
Yes. Yeah. But is Harman part of Harman Technologies? Or what? Is it separate from Ilford and Kentmere?
Maybe it's a new company altogether.
It seems to be, because it is out of Wimberley, or out of England.
England?
England.
Okay.
With crumpets, tea, and
Where did you
biscuit.
get crumpets from?
It's English. Every time I watch something, they say, would you like some biscuits with tea? And anyway.
Okay.
I love watching British TV. But it is connected to England, UK, from the area that is connected with everything on this
Those
shelf.
guys.
So this is the whole thing of coming soon. What's up with that? And it's like, it's cool, but I honestly thoroughly enjoyed the Kodak 3200 announcement.
Really?
Hey,
what was
it's
that?
here.
Oh, yeah, it's here.
Not we're making it, not we're coming up with it. It's like, hey, we've got it and you can buy it now. That was
Cha-ching.
awesome.
Just go with it.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
And then they ran out of it
Immediately.
immediately.
It was bought and gone.
They got more and ran out of that immediately. I loved that approach.
Underselling the market. I love
Oh,
it.
they totally undersold it. Which totally beat the overselling of we're making a new Super 8 camera.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Evidently, a year or so ago, they said, "Well, we've stopped that project. That we're no longer doing that."
So one's gone.
So that's overselling it. I loved the underselling.
It was a great idea.
Harman Photo, which if you Google Harman Photo, you know the only thing that comes up, Harman Photo in Florida. They're a camera store.
I see.
Evidently, with several locations. So Harman Photo is getting a lot of free publicity in Florida with this name and information coming soon. So I'm now see, that's another thing. Okay, Harman Photo.
Now he's off on a tangent. Now I've got him wound up.
And Harman Photo in Florida.
Yeah.
Who owns that name?
Well, you don't know that they're not the same company.
I don't.
Right.
That's the whole thing. But I don't think Harman Photo in Florida is from England. Anyway, Harman Photo. What's up with that? It's going to be interesting. Now, but I do think that Harman Photo in Florida is going to get a lot of free publicity off of this.
Yes, probably so.
Because I just gave them a plug right there.
You would hope so, yes.
But there's just tons of things going on right now in which. Anyway, there's so many.
I knew I was going to get him wound up.
I didn't even write a list down, but like what's going on with Harman Photo, what's going on with Pentax, what's going on with
Focus,
Martha,
Todd, focus.
Martha.
You have so much going on.
Film shop. There's just so many things, and the Sidewalk sell, the Fort Worth Camera Show, which we're calling just Fort Worth Camera Show.
We should start. We should revolt. It's not the DFW. It's just the FW.
It's the FW.
Slash the D altogether.
And there's just so many things going on.
All right, so let's end this long video with a couple things. First of all, it is still Holga Week Phase 2, which means it is still time to process, scan, edit lightly, and submit your photos at holgaweek.com. So please, guys, if you have not gotten your film developed yet, there is still time. Please send your film off, get it developed. Here in Dallas, we're very fortunate. We have local labs, as we discussed earlier. Grab one, get your film developed. As a matter of fact, I think my second place daughter has already gotten her film developed.
Wow.
I know, and the back, she's already gotten back.
Wow.
I personally dropped off rolls of film with 3 different labs. I didn't shoot. Now, which one's got my actual Holga film, I don't even remember.
Which one got your winner?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Photo? Yeah.
So I know that my photo film went to Legacy, it went to Lone Star, and it went to Old School. I've got 3 labs that have got my film right now who are probably all going to start working on Monday. So the important part is get your stuff processed, scanned, and edited. That way you can submit it.
If you want a list of all the photo labs in the DFW area, go to my Facebook page.
You said that at the
beginning. I know, but there's a whole group of people watching now that just fast forwarded through a bunch of other stuff.
They did not.
They did?
They did not. They watched the whole video.
Featured on the Facebook page. Click that. There's a whole list in the DFW area. Everyone in there that I know about's on that list.
That he knows about.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's things that'll be popping up hopefully one day. That's how I found out about Goodman. Somebody told me about them.
All right, so
yeah.
I'm going to end with this one, guys, only because I see it down here. Did you ever get me my T-Max 4-pack?
In 120?
No, I meant the whole thing. You were supposed to give me the 100, the 400, and 120, and 35.
I got it in 120. I haven't priced it yet. And I also got it in 4x5.
I understand that. But
and I got Tri-X.
Guys, stay tuned. I am going to get my Kodak T-Max 4-pack from him. All he has to do is order it for me.
Man,
you see how low on the totem pole your dear friend Mr. Holga actually is.
There's so much going on. My mind can't keep it.
I will put it on a sticky note
I've
for
got
you.
Between now and January 31st, I have got an 18-wheeler truckload of stuff that I'm gonna have to start selling and getting out of here and moving, because I don't need this much stuff, and I only had it because I had 5,000 square feet. Well,
and 20 years to accumulate it.
25. Yeah, 25.
At this location?
Well, 24. Yeah, 20 years plus to accumulate it. Now, this is the fun part, going through it. I have been finding some really cool stuff and things last time we
Don't
talked.
Spoil it. That's for the next video.
Okay.
So with that, guys, I'm going to cut him off. Please do share, like, subscribe.
Don't cut me off.
Tell Mama Holga, tell all your friends to watch. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And you know, like us, dislike us, but if you dislike us, tell us one.
Leave him a comment, because he actually answered the last comments. I saw him do it.
Well, I just actually answered a bunch of comments, or responded to some comments from an old video. It was fun.
Look at him.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Come on, I'm leaving it. Come on. No, out you go. You're done. No, stop.
Shut up.
You can't talk.
Listen.
You can't talk anymore.